Hello trainees and welcome to the fitness part of our training day. I'm going to be taking you through some challenges which are going to test your fitness and your stamina. So hopefully you have got a 1-minute timer to hand, or you can just have a clock nearby so that you can time how long you're doing the exercise for. Each exercise is for 1 minute. And don't forget to have a rest in between. Now, before you do these exercises, it's really important that you warm up your muscles. So I'd like you to spend a little bit of time warming up. And then at the end of the exercises, it's important that you do a cool down. So I'm going to give you some suggestions for a warm up. So to start with, stand nice and tall and just do some nice arm circles. So do some arm circles backwards, just to warm up those shoulder muscles, and then forwards. Fantastic. So do that for a little while. Once you feel that your shoulder muscles are nice and loose, I want you to put your hands on your shoulders and then just do some tiny shoulder rolls, isolating those shoulder muscles. Down and forwards. Fantastic. Brilliant. So now we're going to mobilize our hips. So I want you to imagine that you're painting a big circle with your hips. How big a circle can you make? So go around one way. And then go around the other way. Nice big circle. Fantastic. Well done. And now we're going to just loosen our waist by just swinging around. Lift your foot off the ground as you twist. Well done. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just do some steady marches. So I'm not doing it fast, I'm just controlling it, holding in my stomach, my core muscles, lifting my knees nice and steady. Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. Fantastic. Well done. Two more. Fantastic. Okay, now we're just going to bend over, stretch over one side, hold that for a little bit. Well done. Stretch over the other side, hold that for a little bit. Well done. Now I want you to stretch it really tall and then slowly lower down to touch the floor with your hands. And slowly curl back up again. Let's do that again. Arms up above your head. Slowly curl down. Touch the floor if you can. Go as far as you can without bending your knees. Slowly come back up again. And above your head. Fantastic. Brilliant. Okay, so now just to warm up our leg muscles before we begin, we're just going to do a few forward lunges. So with a lunge, you just want to take a big step forward and another big step forward. See if I can angle my camera down a bit so you can see a bit more. So taking a step forward and a step forward, nice and balanced, just to warm up those leg muscles. Two more. Well done. Okay, so your body should feel a little bit warmer now. You can do that warm-up exercise for a little bit longer if you want to, or incorporate your own warm-up exercises if you would like. So today's fitness and stamina course is to get you ready to be a polar explorer, because polar explorers have to travel in very difficult conditions and they have to have a lot of stamina, so their bodies need to be fit. So in order to test your fitness today, to be able to complete this part of your polar explorer training, you're going to be completing 10 different exercises for 1 minute each. Now remember, it's really important that you take plenty of water as you're doing this exercise and to rest when you need it. Now I'm not going to do the full minute of each exercise. I'm just going to demonstrate the exercises to you, and then when you've watched all the different exercises, you can go off and do it in your own time. Okay, so the first exercise that you're going to be doing is something called a jumping jack. So I'll angle my camera to you so you can see. So with a jumping jack, we want to have our hands above our heads while we open up our legs. So we go out and in, out and in. Okay, so it's different to a star jump, which we're doing later. So a jumping jack, we're just literally arms in the air, legs out wide, arms in the air, legs out wide. So that's the first exercise. So your jumping jacks. So you'll do that for a minute. Okay, you can count them if you want to and record how many you do and let us know your scores. Once you've done that for a minute, take on some water, have a little rest, do some deep breathing, get your breath back. And then when you feel you're ready, the next exercise is called a high knee. Now with a high knee, it's like jogging on the spot. So you're not going to be traveling anywhere. You're going to be lifting your knees up high. So a little bit pacer than we were doing before. When we did the warm-up, we were just doing it like this. When you do the minute, I want you to have your hands up here and see if you can touch your knees onto your hands. Okay, so that will be your high knees for a minute. Now, you should start to feel your heartbeat increasing and you'll be a little bit out of breath. So it's really important that you take on some water and that you do some deep breathing before you go on to your next one. So the next one I'm going to show you is burpees. So I'm going to need to change my camera angle so I can show you this. Okay, so I've changed my camera angle now, so you'll be able to see what happens when I go down into a burpee. So I'm going to do it in slow motion and then I'm going to show you the pace that you can try and get up to. So a burpee, we start by standing. We then place our hands down onto the floor and then we jump our legs out into what we call a plank position. And then we jump our legs back in and then we stand up again. So I'll do that again in slow motion. Hands on the floor, jump your legs out, jump your legs in and then stand back up. And if you're doing a burpee in quicker time, it will look like this. So you can see I was doing a little jump in between each burpee. So when I stand up, I do a little jump as well. So those are burpees, and I'm going to now show you the next exercise. Okay, so for the next exercise, we're going to do what we call a squat thrust. So I'm going to do this in slow motion for you first. So we'll start off on all fours. So you have your hands on the floor. You then tuck your knees in, so you're sort of crouching down. So you've got both feet on the floor, crouching down. And then for a squat thrust, you need to put both legs out behind you, like you're doing a plank, and then bring them back in again. So I'll do it in slow motion so you can have a look. So out, and then in. Out, and then in. And then when you're doing it for your minute, try and do it a little bit quicker than that so you get a nice rhythm. So it'll be out, in, out, in, out, in. Okay, so do that for a minute and then you will then be doing the next exercise. So that's a squat thrust. Okay, you're doing really well. Well done. You're showing a lot of stamina and resilience, good levels of fitness. That's brilliant. Just what you'll need to be a polar explorer. So the next exercise is a bit more of agility, and it's called a side to side shuffle. So what you're going to do, we need about 2 meters width, So you can either do this inside, or if you can go outside somewhere, that'd be great. And what you're going to do is going to do a side shuffle, touch down, and then a side shuffle back, touch down, and that'll be for a minute. So I'll show you what a side shuffle looks like. So the next exercise I'm going to show you is the side to side shuffle. So let's show you how to do this. So we're going to take 2 steps to the side, touch down, 2 steps to the side, touch down. But you need to do it a little bit quicker. So it's side, side, touch, side, side, touch, side, side, touch, side, side, touch, for a minute. Okay, so that should really test your agility, because you're having to go up and down quite quickly. So well done. So that's that exercise. The next exercise after that is called a walking lunge. So we did some lunges when we were warming up before we started. So a walking lunge is just a forward lunge, but instead of staying still and not moving, we're going to be going on a little walking lunge walk. Okay, so let me show you how that looks. So we're going to take a lunge forwards, and then we're going to stand up, and then take another lunge forwards, and then we're going to stand up, and another lunge forwards, and stand up. You can turn around, go back to where you came from. So instead of a stationary lunge, it's called a walking lunge, because we're traveling. So we're going to do that for a minute. Try and keep your balance, very important. Well done, fantastic. Okay, the next exercise is one of my favorites. It's called a wall sit. And I actually have happy memories of this exercise from when I was about 14 years old, because we were going on a school trip, skiing trip. And to get us ready for our skiing, we had to strengthen up our leg muscles. And so I have fond memories of being in the school hall doing wall sits to make us nice and strong. So I'm going to show you what a wall sit is like. You'll need a clear wall to lean against. I'm going to lean against my fridge. So let me show you what it looks like. Okay. So you need to find yourself a nice position to rest against. You then need to have your back against the wall or whatever flat surface you've got, and you're going to sit down as if there's a chair there, but there's not really a chair there. You've got to use your leg muscles to hold you up. I'm going to show you what the angle needs to look like, so I'm just going to change the angle of my camera. Okay, so you should be able to see better here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my back against the wall. I'm going to go down, so it looks like I'm sitting on a chair, but there's no chair there. And then you can either have your hands in front of you like that, or you could have your hands above your head with your hands touching the wall, or you could rest them just rest them gently on your thighs, whichever you feel most comfortable with. And then you're going to hold that for a minute. Now, a minute is quite a long time, and you might find that your thigh muscles start to wobble, or they might start to hurt. And if they really hurt too much, you need to come up, give your legs a shake within that minute, and then come back down and start again. Carry on within that minute. So if you feel it's too much to hold it for a full minute, you can break it up into smaller parts. Okay, fantastic, well done. So that's a wall sit. Okay, I'm now going to take you on to the next exercise. Now, the next exercise after our wall sit is squats. Now, this might be quite difficult after just doing those wall sits. So your legs might feel a bit wobbly. So if that's the case, break it up into smaller chunks. So you might want to do chunks of 10 seconds and give your legs a shake, or 20 seconds, give your legs a shake, or do half a minute and then give your legs a shake, and then do the other half minute. So please listen to your bodies and do what is right for you. Okay, so I'm going to show you what a squat should look like. So with a squat, have your legs hip distance apart, okay, and we'll turn to the side so you can see. It's basically like sitting on a chair without the chair being there. So we're going to squat down and then come back up, squat down and then come back up. So we're just going to do a simple squat for a minute. Fantastic. Well done. Good job. Hopefully your legs will survive. You're doing a great job. You've got 2 exercises left. Now, the next exercise is what we call a star jump. And this is a little bit different to our jumping jack because you need to jump in the air like a shooting star. So you're going to be your own little star. So let me show you what I mean. So when you did a jumping jack, you were just doing out and in, out and in. A star jump, you're going to crouch down, burst up, crouch down and burst up, crouch down and burst up. So you're jumping like a shooting star in the sky. So do that for 1 minute, and then you'll notice your heart really does start beating and pumping with that exercise. So make sure to take lots of water and have some time to get your breath back as well. Okay, well done. You're doing a great job, everyone. Okay, last exercise. I want you to sit down on the ground. If you've got a mat to put underneath you, that's great, or you could use a towel to lay on so you're not on a hard floor. We're going to do a sit-up. So what I want you to do, I want you to lay down, have your knees up and your legs about hip distance apart. Don't have your feet too close to you, but not too far away. So kind of like a nice comfortable position. I want you to rest your head in your hands, but don't yank your neck up, so you don't want to hurt your neck. So just rest your head heavy in your hands, and you're just going to do a sit-up. And so what we're going to do is we're going to curl up and then down. Curl up and then down. Try and keep your feet on the floor. Try not to lift them up off the ground. If you find that too difficult, what you could do instead is you could lift your legs in the air and then do a reverse curl. So you're actually just lifting your bottom up off the ground, but still working those tummy muscles. So you can either do just a curl up like that, or you can crunch up your bottom so that you get a nice rocking motion. Okay, so that's the last exercise for you to do. Once you have completed all 10 exercises, 1 minute of each, let us know. We'd love to hear how we got on with that, because it's so important as part of our training program to become a polar explorer that you're fit and ready to join Captain Scott on his epic journey. So well done for that. Great work. Now don't forget, now is the time to cool down. I'm going to show you a few examples of some cool down activities, but you can also do your own. So as we're sitting on the floor, let's start on the floor. Have your legs out nice and wide. Nice and wide. Not too wide that it hurts, just a nice comfortable position. And then I just want you to just stretch over. And just hold your hands in front of you, your fingertips in front of you for a bit. Just feel a nice stretch on the insides of your thighs. And then you can go down one leg, just hold that on that leg. And down the other leg, just hold that there. Well done. And you can cross your legs. Hands up above you and just stretch over to one side. And stretch over to the other side. That should be a lovely stretch. Well done. Now stretch out in front of you. Stretch out those shoulders. And then stretch out behind you as well. Stretch out those chest muscles. Fantastic. Well done. And come to standing. Slowly come standing. Put one leg in front of you. Just lean down with your hands on the bent leg. Just lift your toes so I can see my toes in the bottom there. Lift them up. A nice stretch down the back of the leg. Hold that for a little while. Once you've held that, then turn over, swap over your feet. Straighten out this leg and this leg. Have a nice stretch. Fantastic. Then just to stretch out front of our muscles here. Just hold your foot into your bottom. Try and stay nice and steady. And swap over legs. If you're wobbly, you can always hold on to something. I'm holding on to my fridge here. So if you get the wobbly, you can always grab hold of something or try and balance if you can. So it's good to have a balance challenge as well. Fantastic, well done. I'm going to crouch down so you can see what I'm doing, but you can stay standing. Just pull your arm across you, keep your shoulder down, arm across you. Hold that for a little while. And once you've held that for a little while, swap over. Fantastic. Then either come to stand if you're not already standing, or if you are standing. Brilliant. We're just going to take some deep breaths. So have your legs nice and wide, nice comfortable position. Take some deep breaths. And again. And again. One more. Well done, and give yourself a clap. Fantastic. So hopefully your body should feel nice and stretched and cool. If you feel you need to do a little bit more of a cool down, then please spend some time doing that. But well done, that was absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait to see your fitness and agility scores. So hopefully you've managed to keep account of how many of each exercise you were able to do. So I look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.